This is spEarz to the streets. Get down to the beat, or get beat down in the street. Sing it with me now. spEarz. Coming at you like an army. Ready for war like in the 90s. Back when Raw was going at it with Nitro. Around the time Naughty by Nature dropped Filmy Flow. Out here for the culture, but I'll take the dough if that's what it takes to make a king of the ring. William Regal. By the way, does it? Real hot taste, no censorship. For then you're in the right place. Listen as I take time to dissect the best of what created. Put it out today from the waist. Coming at you live from a location unknown. Recording reviews off the cellular phone. With the show known for going off the hinges, but never hearing the dial tone. Far away from an F5 zone. On BDP, we ain't fearing no beast. This is spEarz2DaStreetz, your host of the show. spEarz to the streets. Host of the show. Your host of the show. This is spEarz2DaStreetz. This is fearing no beast. This is spEarz2DaStreetz. This is your host of the show. spEarz to the streets.
Digital Underground said it best. All around the world, same song. So it's no surprise that during Stand and Deliver from the kickoff to the NXT title match, the workhorses of these competitions got the short end of the stick. Starting things off was in another qualifying match for the WWE Tag Titles. As if the Spitfires and a team of Biggie Fab and Mia Yim taking that loss for the tag team opportunity a week prior on SmackDown wasn't enough. The kickoff match featured virtually the same shenanigans for the Meta Girls as they went against several other tag teams. Twice in the same week, Jakara Jackson has been found on her back across promotions, from TNA to NXT. Lash Legend was in nearly all the spots, but the pin and still found herself on the losing end. I don't understand how Lash was even jobbing to Roxanne Perez when she can't even perform a kickoff without faltering in the middle of the match. This type of booking translated to the NXT Women's Division's title match, where Jada Parker was the full-on workhorse of the match, yet got done like Bianca Belair a night later. How is Jada Parker taking the pin from a one-trick pony like Vakir, who botched lifting Parker up for a finishing backbreaker? Parker and Grace were the most active women in that fatal four-way, but for some reason, WWE is so obsessed with gaining international influence that they are determined to keep giving their biggest titles to non-naturalized foreigners, and it's no mistake why the WWE Women's Division contest was between Flair and Stratton later in the evening. Irregardless, Parker displayed some fancy footwork, sliding into her opponents with hip attacks like she was channeling M. Bison. She had a fun spot where she stacked all the other contenders in the corner and chopped their abs just to saunter off with her high knee taunt. And she started the crazy spot at the match where all of the competitors got locked up in submissions like Siamese quadtuplets. Parker had all her competitors stacked up for her signature leg, hip drop, and had combined her arm drags with shoulder tackles for maximum damage. Julia almost took the ref out with a kick to the head, aimed at Vakir early in the match. Vakir almost gave the match to Julia while botching a pile driver, while all Grace could do was carry opponents, and not metaphorically. Two opponents stacked on Grace's shoulders like she was going to hit the top rope, and what did Parker do? Scout that, and fire off a clean neck breaker that created the best splash of the match. Parker's recoveries off those fireman slams were transitioned into shoulder tackles to the corner. Grace's transitions weren't as noticeable. I would have switched to two women's wardrobes, but that's it. Julie is the big hill. Creative should have had her take the pin. This is the second time in a row that Parker has busted her ass for the NXT title and instead ended up tacking a pinfall to her loss record to push Vakir. I repeat what I said the last time this happened. Parker should focus on a North American title win before the big gold. That's the only way I see her getting out of this glorified enhancement talent position. Let's take a look at the ladder match for the North American belt. None of the women were shanghaied. Every woman shared solid spots. Zarya showed out with the spears. Lola Vice scissor kicked everyone until she got cocky with her back fist. Dia Hall went Ultimate Warrior but ended up landing on her lower back when she backflipped out to the ladder and outside the ring. Even Izzy Dame got in some notable offense. Darrell and favorites off the ladder. And of course, Kalani Jordan not only sold the hardest bumps, like running split bulldog from Seoul that should have pushed Kalani's nose back, but instead sent her running to the corner earlier in the match, or the early scamper up the ladder that had Kalani showing off how durable and flexible her gymnastics background has made her, but also got in the wickedest offense. The way she slammed the ladder repeatedly on Zarya late in the match was like a woman possessed. I regret the fact Sol pulled Kalani off of her tag partner. Truly, this was the only misstep in this ladder match's script. Sol played the face, got in 2 crazy snow snatchers at the end and won the belt without losing a fringe on her tights. I love that. It's like I loved her hesitation in knocking Zarya off the ladder to get the belt, but running the match back, Sol's loyalty didn't stop her from throwing the first punch. I'm just upset that Creative missed the opportunity to have Jordan snap. Having her in that tan naked color looked great. I'm especially glad she wasn't self-conscious like her contemporaries in Mercedes Moné or Kaden Carter and showed off her beautiful abdomen even when it was bloated. Hell, that's when a woman is at her best. Great as her ring gear and hairstyle was, Kalani was far from all black and leather. Yet again, WWE Creative missed a prime opportunity to turn Jordan heel. Having Ruka be the angel on Jordan's shoulder when they should have been tag partners before Zarya and Ruka just was simply salt in the wound. No post-match beatdown from a fed-up Jordan who has to be salty since she was the inaugural North American champ and has been showing signs of gold lust since dropping the title to Henley late last year. I don't know why WWE Creative is so gun-shy on turning Jordan. Just like with Bianca Belair a night later, this is WWE's biggest annual program. Now is the time for a heel turn, and for some reason, Creative just decided to play nice. It worked for Ruka, but now there's no angle to have Ruka and Jordan work, proving yet again at Stand and Deliver that's what's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander.
This is spEarz to the streets. Get down to the beat, or get beat down in the street. Sing it with me now. SPEarz2DaStreetz. Coming at you like it all me. Ready for war like in the 90s. Back when Raw was going at it with Nitro. Around the time Naughty by Nature dropped Filmy Flow. Out here for the culture, but I'll take the dough if that's what it takes to make a king of the ring. William Regal. By the way, does it? Real hot tastes, no censorship, or anything in the right place. Listen, I take time to dissect the best of what created, put it out today. From the waist, coming at you live from a location unknown, recording reviews on the cellular phone with the show known for going off the hinges but never hearing the dial tone. Far away from an F5 zone. On BDP, we ain't fearing no beast. This is spEarz2DaStreetz, your host of the show. spEarz to the streets, host of the show. Your host of the show. This is spEarz2DaStreetz. This is fearing no beast. This is spEarz2DaStreetz. This is your host of the show. spEarz to the streets.